I love a show like this because I feel like we're family. We can talk about anything. And we've been talking about some of the latest cosmetic procedures that are just blowing up on social media. So rhinoplasty, better known as a nose job, of course, has been around since the 1800s. But by the way, it is one of the most commonly requested procedures. Celebrities have talked about it. Tyra Banks, Jennifer Aniston, and others have shared. Kelly Coco talked about having gone under, quote unquote, the knife for the procedure. Our next guest, board certified plastic surgeon, Dr. Deepak Dugar, has patients from all over the world flying into Beverly Hills for his specialty, which is, listen to this, it's a Scarless rhinoplasty. He describes it as a subtle finesse for life-changing results. People are bringing his phone, DMing him, trying to get in to see him, but he's here to tell us about it with the Tam fam. Please welcome Dr. Deepak Dugar. Okay, so the traditional old school style of nose job was what?
The real difference is natural versus more aggressive. So I like a more conservative style of nose where it looks like you could have been born with it. But there are some patients who want to have a very different type of nose, right. And so thank God there's different surgeons.
You've been doing this for 15 years?
Been a surgeon for 15 years.
And so this is a before and after here. What was going on with this patient?
So this is a classic patient of mine where it's like, you know, she's a gorgeous girl before. It's not like she needed anything. In my opinion, it's just that micro finesse, and you shave away 1 or 2 millimeters, and you create this unleashed confidence that they should have had, but just didn't feel.
Explain the Scarless point to me.
So we make all our incisions inside the nose, and that's why there's no external cuts or scars, and you're able to get these type of results.
Wow, look at our nose. So before oh wow. Look at this.
This gentleman was plagued by that bump. He just always felt like it was a defining point on the bridge of his nose, and once you took that away, he felt like himself finally.
And so you were telling, wow, look at her change. You were telling us, the audience, the difference is that you go inside.
All the cuts are made inside, so there's no external scar. Sometimes you get that nasty scar at the base of the nose. It can be really noticeable sometimes, not always. And so we kind of skip that whole step. A lot of my patients don't want to have anyone know that they had a nose job. They want it to be as secretive as possible. And the way you do that is by doing all the cuts from the inside. So there's no telltale sign of surgery.
Okay, and you say you like to see reference photos from patients to know what they want.
Sure.
And the #1 requested nose is?
Well, it used to be, I would say, Kim Kardashian. It definitely used to be. I think in today's world, it's really cool because all of us have our unique change in style now. So we get a lot of Beyonce, Halle Berry, Kerry Washington, Tyla, and then we get Jennifer Aniston, Kate Middleton.
Is that wise, though? Because their facial features are different. Is it better to have the doctor like yourself say, let me look at your face and your symmetry versus coming in and saying, I want this nose off my face?
Absolutely. And I think the reference photos give you an example if they're being realistic or not.
Okay.
I actually like it because it tells me really quickly if they're not being realistic, and then you can guide them not to do the surgery.
Okay, you've just led me to an interesting question.
Yes.
So a patient comes in, they are very, they have the money to pay for whatever they want, and they say, I want this, and it's unrealistic.
Right.
What do you do?
I don't do the surgery for sure.
Really?
Yeah, no. You have to be really ethical and honest. End of the day, we're still a physician. You know, we're not a businessman. I'm not a businesswoman. I'm a physician. Do no harm, take care of the patient. Right. Michelangelo, one of my favorite artists of all time, he has this famous quote, which I live by with my nose, is that the sculpture is already complete before I start. My job is just to chisel away the superfluous material. I'm paraphrasing. But the concept is the natural nose is already there. So I'm just here to bring it out and let them feel like themselves.
So you're saying, like with the picture we saw, the person who had the little hump that was making them uncomfortable, just taking a little bit off there, you're not into this wholesale transformation.
Correct.
Where people, you're like, what happened to your nose?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Correct. We're just trying to balance it.
Wow, okay, so in December you shared this Instagram message that you received from a patient you had 5 years ago. It said, I'm so happy I chose you. Best decision of my life. You gave me my dream nose. Again, like I said, we have a no judgment show. We kicked off this summer, this show, this season.